Oh, hello there, welcome back to Crafters TV. You are in the right place at the right time for loads of reasons, because it is double discount weekend, so it means you're getting twice the amount of awesome discounts. We're going to give you the discount we were already going to give you, but we're going to put a little bit more on top. Think of it as like the little crafty cherry on top of the cake. That's exactly what you've got. Talking of little crafty cherries that go on top of cakes, I am back with my TV wife, Debbie Fisher. How are you, Debbie?
I love that. I don't mind being a little cherry on the top of a cake. It's that's quite a nice thought in my head there, Joe. But don't eat me. We know what Joe's like with cake, don't we?
Oh, I love cake. I really, really do. Debbie, what's coming up? I mean, Masterclass is all about us educating the viewer, isn't it? Showing them lots of techniques that they would maybe not have seen already but a lot of products that they already own. Run us through some of the techniques and things that we're going to learn over the next couple of hours.
Yeah, the main thing is, Joe, is double-sided dies are exactly what they say. They are double-sided with a die each side of the die. I mean, that blows my mind, because the technology that it took for our team to be able to create these took years to do, because it's quite a complex die when you've got them both sides. So to be able to do that in such an easy process is amazing. So it's all about the matting and layering, how we glue them together. There's so many different bundles on this show, which I'm really excited about, and I'm going to try and do, well, I am not going to try, I'm going to make a card with one of the bundles and have everything in it. So there's 3 different types of double-sided dies on them. And actually, Joe, what I'm more excited about is the fact that we have got the double-sided box dies back. We haven't had them in for such a long time, and they are the most incredible box dies that you'll ever see. Not because there's anything spectacular about them, but it's the fact of how easy they are to cut, how easy they are to put together, and they're complicated shapes. We've got triangles and hexagons. I mean, they're quite difficult shapes to do if you're box making, and we've got the dies that make them for you.
Awesome, loads coming up, and it really is going to be a great chance for you to share with us all the things that you've made using your double-sided dies as well. How do you feel about them? Why do you love them? Let me know in the comments. Send us pictures of what you've been making. If you want to send us pictures, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk is where you need to send those into. If you want to have a chat, a bit of a salacious gossip with me over the next couple of hours, then you can do that by dropping into the comments on the Facebook live feed on the Crafters TV Facebook page. Make sure that's the page that you're watching from, or across on YouTube, search for Crafters Companion. Loads of you already tuned in from all over the place as well. Lisa's in Texas, Jill's in North Yorkshire, Monica is in Detroit, I can see Anne-Louise here from New York, and Diane is in Michigan as well. Mary saying as well, good afternoon, love watching the shows. Is Debbie with the giggle? I love to see her laughing. There you go. Well, we're trying to rein it in, to be honest, Mary, but now you've said that, I mean, why not? Let's go for it. Right, let's run you through some of the options. I've got to say, guys, as well, the pricing that we've got, yes, this is a masterclass going to inspire you and educate you, but the pricing is like cartload pricing. It is off the chart. Platinum members out there, it saves more than you spend all across the board pretty much. So let's start off with the first item that we've got here, and it's our retro florals that you're going to get in this one first. So it's one of the creator card dies. Now the retro floral on its own should be $24.99 or $29.95. So you can see for not a lot more you're getting the whole collection here with this. We've then also got for you in here this one, which is the Floral Delight, as you can see, which is really, really awesome. and you're also getting in here as well the pretty florals. You're not paying for the pretty florals, and we give you an extra discount of 30% on the rest of the collection. As a Club Inspired Platinum member today, £24.80 or £32.80. Platinum members save £33 or $42, which is awesome. Save more than you are spending. Right, let's move on. Let's go down to the rectangles and the triangles, which are over here. 2 double-sided box dies in this collection for you, which is awesome to begin with. So, £35 or $45, platinum members £28 or $36. The box dies alone for the rectangular box die is $34.99 or $44.95. You're paying for the rectangle. We are giving you the triangle, the tape pen, and the cardstock free of charge. I mean, 10 sheets there of that for you, of that gorgeous caramel. Club Inspired Platinum members, you save $43.96 or $59.46. Amazing, unbelievable value, and you're going to make awesome boxes like this in one pass. So, you know, you're going to make the lid and the base in one pass, which is awesome. I'm just hearing how busy it is already. 10% of that one has already sold out and gone. We also have as well the hexagon and the rectangle available for you as well. Now these are also busy. Just to give you an idea as well, 10% also gone here. Now with this one, the square, sorry, not the square, the rectangle is $34.99 or $44.95. So if you're going for that, you're pretty much, again, you're paying for the rest of the collection really there. Another great deal in there for you, which is awesome. So make sure you grab that one. It's also very, very busy on that one there as well. I got my pricing confused there with the previous. Let me just go back to the previous collection for you, because I did make a mistake here. On the previous collection, you get the ivory cardstock in this one just here, and this is the square box and the triangle that you're getting. The square box should be £40 or $50, so you're paying less than that. That's coming with the ivory cardstock, and then the other one is your rectangle and square, and with that one you're going to get the I've just got it wrong again, haven't I? No, I haven't, it's fine. This one has got the caramel cardstock with it. Whew. This is what happens when you put two very similar collections on with different colour cardstock, you see. Do you know what though? What you're all doing is going for both of them, because if you go for both of them, then you're going to get all of it. That's all you need to worry about, essentially. And if you did go for both of them, you'd be saving close to £100 as a Club Inspired Platinum member, which is incredible value. There's loads of other stuff coming up on the show as well. Of course, more double-sided dies. We've got this one here, which is the butterflies and hearts double-sided die. You've got the big hearts and the little hearts as well. £34 or $41 if you want to go for those. Now, we've also got a great flower collection on the show for you as well. In here, you're going to get the sprigs and blossoms, the rose, the dahlia or dahlia, peony, and you're going to get the cosmos in there as well. It's an awesome collection. I can't believe the price. It should be £90, should be $120. It's an awesome price for you on that one. Club Inspired Platinum members, you save £81 or $91 on that collection. I'm pretty much giving it away. This one just here, we've got the 2 sets of the window dies for you. So this is the vertical window die collection, and this one £40 or $45 if you want to get hold of that. And in there, what you're getting is peony window, rose window, and the tulip window. Now that one, £40, $45. We also have another one for you, which is a horizontal one, and in there you're going to get lily, cherry, and water lily. £40 or $45. So you think if you went for both, you'd be looking at £80 or $90. No, it's not a special deal for you as well. Go for all 6. We're going to save you even more money. So you go for all 6, then you're going to get them for £70 or $80, which as a platinum member would make it £56 or $64. Now we're going to come back to our first item. Oh no, Johnny, I broke the board. I know, look, it's come off. Oh, if I just hold it and we don't tell anyone, we'll be fine, won't we? So this one just here is the retro floral that you're going to get. It's very busy on this item, which is your first one just there, which is really beautiful. Play around with different textures of cardstock on there as well. I'll try and mend that. You're also going to get the Floral Delight, and you're going to get the Pretty Florals here as well. £31 or $41 if you want to go for those. Make sure you are sending me in your pictures. I would love to see them. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Katie says, I need these demos. Got the dies. Break into a cold sweat just looking at them, Katie. It's fine, don't worry. Let's do a quick breathing exercise before we start for you, Katie. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale, doubt. Exhale, confidence. How's that going, Debbie? Is that all right? Is that working for you? How's that, Katie? Are you all right? Remember, you can watch the show back at any time. You can pause, you can rewind. So we got you. If there's any questions you've got, Katie, as we go through the show, as with anyone else, get in the comments and let me know, and I'll do my best to put them across to the lovely Debbie. Claire says, afternoon, guys. I'm in my craft room watching away. The best way to spend a Sunday afternoon. Right, over to you, Debbie. What would you like to take us through first?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to show you some samples because these bundles are incredible. Let me tell you, the price of these double-sided dies, because you're getting so much for your money, to have them slashed to these prices is quite incredible. So these sets that we've got, I really like. We've sort of hand-picked a bit of everything. So you've got the toppers, the double-sided toppers, you've got the double-sided panel dies, and then you've got a double-sided edgeable to go with them as well. So they're amazing. So the first set I'm showing you is the butterfly ones. It's beautiful and stunning. To be able to get layering like this looks incredible. If I just bring in then some extra samples here so you can see. So this is the butterfly one, the butterfly panel dies. So that's one of the dies you're getting in this collection. Then we've got that beautiful topper heart. Now what's great about these ones is you really can sort of show exactly how you can layer these up. You're getting 4 dies in this one. So you're getting 4 different layers, your base one, then your extra layers that come over the top, which is incredible. I really like this die, the fact that you can do anything you want with them. You can put them on anything you want, do any colours you want with them. What about something like this? I mean, how amazing would this be for a Valentine's card? And then something more simple, so just using, I mean, this is handwritten there, it's just incredible, love that sample. And then on top of that, you are then getting these gorgeous edgeable dies. Now look at this, if we look on the overhead here, you can see it's cut on the top of a card, and it just then layers all these butterflies layers on top, which is incredible. Maybe creating that the Z fold card where you've got it on there and then along the top, but how beautiful in that pastel color. And then maybe creating a sort of aperture card in between and having that die. So that is one of the sets that we've got with the topper, the panel die, and the top of the panel, and the edgeable die. Now the one I'm going to demo next is using these ones, and we're going to do a demo that introduces all of them together. So we've got this really gorgeous floral die. It looks incredible, absolutely beautiful. So all the different types of elements that we've got in here to create those, the flowers on top of there, everything you have is just, I mean, how gorgeous is that die? So beautiful. And then we've got this panel one, the floral panel. I love this because all the florals have been put together for you. Really beautiful designs, different concepts that you can have in there, different colorways that you can use. So think of all your background wash papers, and then your edgeable die comes with that as well. So that beautiful floral die.
Can you use this one like an edgeable and do all the same sort of techniques that you would do with our one-sided edgeables, or is there anything else you have to bear in mind when it's a double-sided edgeable?
Not at all, Joe. You could do everything, all the concepts that you can think of to do with a double-sided, like this one where you've got it on the bottom as your stepper. So if I put that in front there, you can see it. You can do all of those with your double-sided edgeables as well as the others. The difference with these ones is the fact that we can create those double layers, and it's not something we have ever done before. And in fact, Joe, no one one's ever done edgeables like this before, or double-sided dies like this before, because actually they are exclusive to Crafters Companion. So no other company will do double-sided edgeables, which is an absolute amazing thing. So I'm just going to pop my samples to one side. I'm going to pick up all my goodies here, and we're going to use as many of those items as possible. So I'm going to bring in my dies here. So I've got my panel die, I've got my topper die, and I've got my edgeable die. So let's start with the edgeable die. So bringing this in. Now, what you do need with double-sided dies, I'm hoping we've got them on the show. I'm not really sure, but if we haven't, you will find...
I do believe we do have them.
So Joe will give you the information for those, but I'm using the A4 cutting plates.
We've got a 20% discount on them as well. So if you want to go for the Gemini ones, you can. They are $15.99 or $19.69. If you want to go for the junior ones, $10.39 or $13.56. So whichever size you want to go for, we've got 20% discount on both of them. And we've got the plate storage bag available for you as well. So check that out, $7.99 or $12.95. So if you want somewhere to store your plates and pop them away, you've got that on the show too.
Brilliant. So just a little tip here, because these are slightly different to some of our edgeable dies. Because they're double-sided and we have to get them to line up, it's not so easy to put your cut-in nibs at the sides. You know, normally sometimes we have a little bit of die that sticks out that guides you to where you can line them up. This die doesn't have it. Now, because they're double-sided, I can't see where my line ends and starts. So if you see where my die stops here, I've turned it over and just put a little sort of Sharpie mark, just a permanent pen on the edge there. And I've done the same on this side. So where that die ends, I've then turn it round and put a little knob, a little bit of pen there. It just means when I'm lining it up across, I know that that's where my straight line is. So just a little tip. And then I'm just going to tape these down, but I'm taping them down where there isn't a cutting line. So my cutting line comes from here and it goes all the way round. So just so that doesn't cut into my tape, only because it just makes your dies a bit sticky. So it's best not to do that. Now, because I have the Gemini, I can put this at the top of my plate, run it through. We can start it. When I know that's done all its crunching and cutting, I can then press the pause and just making sure that completely went through. And then I'm going to do my reverse and that will just come straight back out to me. So not only does that give me a quicker cut, it also cuts it a little bit more, so I know that it's all cut perfectly well. So taking these ones out, what this die is going to do is give me an edge. Oh, Joe, I bet everyone's screaming at the TV right now.
You only put one layer of cardstock in.
There you go. Was you not watching, Joe? Look, come on,
I was actually checking the comments, but if I'd have seen, I would have screamed at you.
So what I forgot to do was put on my second layer. So you shouldn't see your die in there because you'll actually pop a piece of card over the top and then we'll just send that through again.
If you do it then, as long as you haven't moved it, you're okay to send it through again?
Oh, absolutely, yes. And actually, you might find that you don't like the colour of one of the pieces of cards that you put through. Just put it through again. It doesn't matter that you haven't got a piece of card on there. It's not going to damage your plates anymore. It's not going to make any difference. You just won't have that extra piece of card.
Fantastic.
And sometimes you might want to trim into them and matte layer them. So you might want to cut, let's say, some extra added white stars or blue stars. You could send this through and just cut that through as well. So you've got all these, look at this, all beautiful die cut flowers on here, which is gorgeous.
Oh,
so you can use them.
You could layer those up with a bit of 3D glue gel, make some really beautiful
Oh,
things.
absolutely, Joe. There's so much you can do with these. And also, what a beautiful stencil would that make if you stenciled through there. It would be lovely. So with this one, what I'm going to do is trim it down. So you would trim down your card here and then you would then cut it to the correct size of the front of your card. So I'll show you what I mean. So I'm going to take my tape away, just taking that gently away, and the bottom bit.
Lots of you chatting away in the comments. I would love to know what your favourite ever double-sided die is. Let me know in the comments.
That's a good one, Joe.
What is your favourite ever double-sided die? What is your favourite ever double-sided die, Debbie? Do you know? Do you have one? How are you going to pin it down?
I think I do actually. I absolutely love the peony double-sided die that we used yesterday.
Tina Turner's favourite one.
Yes.
The peony window.
Yeah, the window
Yeah, it is
one.
a gorgeous one, isn't it?
I love it.
Really
yeah,
lovely.
absolutely love it. So what we've got here is, do you know what I've done, Joe? I've done it the wrong way. But let me see if I can, we'll just pretend, because I have another one. So now this is quite good when you do it wrong, because it means that I can show you how and where I've gone wrong. So when you're placing your die, I was talking so much, that's the trouble, that I didn't actually work out where my card fold would be. So always work out where your card fold's going to be. So I'll show you on the one that I've actually done. So exactly the same piece of card. Let me do this one. But what I've done is cut my die the wrong way up.
Okay.
So where it's cut out at the bottom, it should have cut out over the top of the stepper. So can you see? So that's all I've done. So we all make mistakes, so just do it the opposite way. But I wouldn't waste that, because actually cut this off and you've made yourself a little stepper card that you can put onto something. So that's not a problem. But we've actually created this card, and then I've done a little nib at the top there. So we can actually use another piece of card to put underneath it. And that will create an actual card blank. So I'm just going to put our glue on the top there. So I'm using those tape pens. And we're just going to layer that up, making sure that's completely in line in my card, and fold that down. So that gives me my card blank here, and then it allows for that step. So if we put it at the front there, you can see. So we've got that beautiful stepper card with our gorgeous design at the front there. So really nice design. So that's the first one that we've got. Then I've got a piece of card that I'm going to just stick inside. I'm trying to think I know what I've got this out of. I had to think then. I've got it out of the Woodland collection.
Oh,
so
awesome. That'll be coming up on Second Chance Sunday for you in a little while. In what? A few hours. So make sure you hang around for that. It's going to be an awesome show.
Yeah, it's one of my favourite pads, Joe. I absolutely adore it. It's got some really gorgeous patterns in there.
Yes, and we've got everything in stock. All of the paper pads are still there as well in stock, and it's a great deal, best ever price actually. So yes, you could actually go and have a little look ahead if you wanted to all the stuff that's coming up in Second Chance after this show, of course, by clicking offers on that home screen. Remember, the best place to watch and shop at the same time is always the website, craftscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu.
So Joe, the bit that we cut out, the second part, the layering part, I've just popped through a Xyron machine. You can just use your dotty tape pen or your wet glues, which will just be beautiful. And what I've done is I'm just going to layer directly over the flowers there, and I've just cut it to the size of my stepper. So it really then highlights, I mean, look how different that looks from going from this white one to then having that overlay and the white coming through. It looks absolutely gorgeous. So that's our first step, Joe. So that's one of the dies that you're getting in this collection. I'm now going to bring in my second pieces of card and my panel die. So this panel die, you can see, has all your beautiful cutting on one side, and it also has it on the other side as well. So where my smallest amount of cutting is, I'm going to put it onto my mirror cardstock, and then I've got that beautiful, I'm using that caramel that we've actually got on with the boxes. That's unbelievable, Joe, I have to say. I'm really shocked at the price on the box dies when you're only paying for one. It's honestly incredible.
It really is awesome. If you're going for either of those collections, in fact, it is a really awesome deal. If you're going for the one with the rectangle and the hexagon, Club Inspire Platinum members are saving £43 or $59. If you're going for the one with the triangles, then you're saving $43.59. Sorry, if you're going for it's going to get me today. This is basically what happened. I'm going to level with you, right? We've got the names wrong on the notes, so that's why there's a lot of confusion about it. This one here is the one that's going to give you the square box. You save $53.96 or $68.46 as a Club Inspire Platinum member. The one with the rectangle in, as a Club Inspire Platinum member, you save $43.96 or $59.46. This one has a caramel cardstock. This one has the other one has the ivory cardstock. I'm glad we got there in the end.
Yeah.
I think we just better let you do the rest of the show, Debbie, because every time I talk, some nonsense comes out. My microphone stops working. I mean, I've not had the best start. We're 20 minutes in. Let's turn it around, Debbie. Let's turn it around.
But do you know what, Joe? Whatever way you look at it, these deals are awesome. So not bad at all. So I'm just giving it a tap, give it a bit of a whack there, didn't I? I'm just going to take my die out of here. Now look at this. How beautiful is this die? And you're getting all these. I'm going to use my brush here so we can just take all those bits out. So popping it in. Just taking all those bits out. So when you overlay this onto your part, you get the, I mean, look at that, absolutely stunning. So let's move all our workings out the way. And you could use a lot of those inner bits that have come out in your shaker cards or just to embellish your card at all.
Lots of people talking about their favourite dies. Sandy says the peony as well. Kirsten says the boxes she loves the most. Fred says the daffodil, and Sandra says I find the twigs and buds so useful with all of my other flower dies. Let me know what your favourite one is, of course, in the comments. And double-sided stars, Evelyn loves. My grandson thought those were the coolest cards ever, she said.
That's so lovely. So again, I've put mine just for quickness through our Xyron machine. And then we're going to bring in our card here. So what I have got is I've got some ribbon, so I'm going to put some ribbon at the bottom. So using our tape pen and using it across there to pop our ribbon into place along the bottom. And there. And then I'm also then going to pop this on the inside of our card, so that gives us our really pretty panel.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's just something a little bit different, and actually I thought it'd just be nice to show. I'm going to put that a little bit higher, just to show how we can use these all together. And then I'm going to use another piece of ribbon on the inside, so when it's all stepping out, I've got a feeling my tape pen has run out there. Just another piece across the side.
If you didn't have ribbon, I mean, you had a piece of white ribbon, you could colour a piece up, I guess, couldn't you, if you're...
Absolutely, and the other thing you can do is just have strips of card that coordinate.
Okay.
And you'll see why I'm using red in a minute, because we've got one more die that's in this collection. I mean, it's unbelievable, Joe, that you're getting 3 different double-sided dies in this collection, and they all look so lovely. But because I've took a bit more time on this demo, we're not going to do the full demo on the double-sided topper die, but I will show you the finished one, and it will just finish off our card beautifully. So just cutting those edges off. And I have got a bow somewhere, but you know what I'm like, Joe. I put it somewhere and think it's disappeared. It'll turn up and then we can put it on. So what I have got, look at this die here. Look how pretty this looks. This is actually the double-sided die that you get with it. What you then do, if I open up the packet, what you've got inside, you've got 2 dies. So you've got your leaf die, which creates all your leaves and your greenery here. So you put your green on this side, turn it over, and you've got all your parts to make your little vase underneath. Or little jar, and then you've got your bigger flowers, and you've got loads of tulips and smaller flowers on that side, and then you just build these up. And then what I'm going to do is just pop this onto the front of our card. I am going to put it onto some foam pads just to 3D that up.
Cindy says, wow, the overlay really makes it pop. Terry Lee saying, good morning, slept late, need this class, feel as I'm in college again. Absolutely. No one's going to tell you off, though, if you nip to the loo, though, this time. Cindy says, most excellent on the double-sided dies, most beautiful floral edge. I don't know if she's got one with her, to be honest. Katie asked if you could show us how to run a double-sided die through the Xyron. I've tried it a few times but couldn't make it work. Debbie, any tips?
Through the Xyron, I'm not really sure what you mean by that. The cutout, the actual die cut itself. I can, yes, but we've only got a small Xyron, so that's fine. I can do that, yes.
All right, we'll try and do that for you, Katie, in the show. That's the best thing about being with us here at Crafters TV, isn't it, Debbie?
Absolutely.
Get involved and we can show you stuff. That looks really, really gorgeous.
Yeah,
Debbie.
so just using all those elements, and I did forget to do something actually. I forgot to layer. I did have a white piece of card, but I've already stuck it on to put underneath the back piece to bring the white out in there so you could see that a bit more. So yeah, apologies. If I can get that off without it sticking too solidly just yet, then I will do that.
Awesome.
But there you go.
£31 or $41 if you want to get your hands on these. Club Inspired Platinum members, $24.80 or $32.80. You're getting the pretty florals for free, and we're giving you an extra discount as well. Let me run you back through everything you're getting in there. I think I've managed to fix this board, Johnny. We'll see. We'll see. You've got the retro florals, which is that one just there. So yeah, it just fell off. You got that. I think I might need a bit of glue gel, Debbie, if you've got any over there. We've also got the Floral Delight there as well. This is one that you're getting for free. And you've also got then the Pretty Florals as well. £31 or $41 if you want to get those. Club Inspired Platinum members, you are saving more than you are spending. I'm not sure, Debbie's just sort of chatting to herself over there. I don't know what's going on. She's having a lovely time over there. You right, Debbie?
I was trying to find my ribbon. I'm really annoyed. I managed to get the white behind that card, but I really wanted to find my ribbon, and I cannot find my ribbon. So never mind. It will turn up.
Maybe someone see what you did with it, and they can let us know in the comments.
But can you see the white I've put behind there now, Joe? It looks much better. It highlights those flowers much better and
it
coordinates
really does.
with the front there.
Gorgeous, gorgeous creation there. Remember, you're going to save more than you're spending as a platinum member on this collection. Is that going to be the demo of the show? Who knows? Only you have the power to decide. And remember, in every single show this weekend, we're going to be giving a card away. So the second place one for the demo of the week, that will go into a draw. We're going to send that out to one of you lovely lot. All you need to do is comment. The more times you comment, the more chance you've got of us sending that gorgeous card your way. Remember as well, we're going to be we're going to be choosing the demonstration of the week from the Cabinet of Creativity, which is just over here, which I'll share with you in our Second Chance Sunday show. I've got favourites, but it's going to be a tough week this week. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be a really tough week. Right, let's move back on to the flowers now. Let me take you through these because they are absolutely beautiful. This is the sprigs and blossoms that you've got here, which are awesome. You basically, the deal on this is amazing because you get two of these for free. So you get the dahlia and the rose free of charge. You've got the sprigs and blossoms. The rose, you're not paying for this. 20% of the stock's already gone, I'm hearing, just since we've gone live. So it's going very, very quickly. You've also got the dahlia here. You've got the dahlia here, you've got the peony here as well, and you've also got that cosmos as well. $29.98 or $41. Look at the saving, $59.97. You are saving double what you are spending. If you're a platinum member, the saving is actually £65 or $86. I mean, we're practically giving it away. We've done this so many times now with some of the most popular dies in the double-sided range when we launched them. So definitely snap them up. There's a case if you haven't got them, you need to have them at this price because that is quite unbelievable. Loads of you still chatting away as well as this morning. Love these dies. Beautiful card, Debbie. Anne Louise says, I love how you show the good and the mistakes so we are all calm in our own crafting. The Cabinet of Creativity sounds excellent, says Cindy. Well, you're going to be able to vote in the next show, Cindy, for what you want to win. Right, let's move on to the box size. Let's see if I can do this correctly. The square one first. This one just here. Okay, I've got it now. In here, you're going to get the square box first. Now, the square box on its own, $39.99, $49.99. You're not paying for it. We're giving you a discount on that already. And we're going to give you the triangular one. Now, the triangular one should be $34.99 or $44.99. So you've got that free of charge. You've also then got the tape pen in here. You're not paying for that. And you've got the ivory cardstock as well there too. Club Inspire Platinum members, £28 or $36. It's unbelievable value. Now, not only have you got the square, you also then have the rectangle as well. Now, with the rectangle, again, you should be paying $34.99 or $44.99 just for the rectangle box die on its own. So it's great that you've got that. You're paying for this in essence, we're sending you the rest for free. You've got the hexagons, you've got that cardstock in here as well. It's the caramel cardstock you've got in this one, as well as the tape pen, and of course that hexagon double-sided die as well. Apology, I think there's a few issues with my microphone. Apparently, I'm a little bit crackly today. It's something to do with the internet connection, we think. We're trying to fix it. So if I'm annoying you more than I normally annoy you, then I'm sorry. Debbie's fine, so maybe, do you know what? Maybe I'll just go home.
Thank you. Come over to me. Don't worry about Joe. We'll have a nice show. We can just go through everything, won't we? I won't know any of the figures, numbers, anything like that, but never mind, we'll get through it. Okay, these are the best dies in the world. I have to say that, big, bold statement, because you won't believe how easy it is to make a box, and not any old box. We're not talking just a regular square, although we do have squares, but we're talking about having a hexagon box, which you think would be quite complicated to put together, let alone make. So I've been a bit greedy. I've took a bit of card from each of those cardstocks that are with each one of those die deals. So I've got the ivory, and we've got that this caramel is, I think, becoming my new favourite. I mean, look at that. It's luxurious, it's beautiful.
Oh, it was good enough to eat.
It is good enough to eat, Joe. You're always back to cakes again. See, that's the colour of that sponge,
Absolutely.
isn't it? So. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to put our first, we've got our, I've got my base, so let's go back to the beginning, sorry, I haven't even explained. So our cutting mat for our Gemini, then our double-sided plates, then our cardstock. Now, with the double-sided dies, obviously they have two different sizes. Now, you'll see, if we come in here, you'll see that the edge of this one goes right to the edge of the die. But if I turn it over, then that die goes in slightly. Can you see? So we've got a slightly smaller one, which means that will be the base and the lid will go over the top. So I want the lid to be the caramel colour, so we'll lay our die down. I'm then going to do the small one as well. I thought, why we've got two dies, you're actually getting two sizes in here, which is incredible. Again, we'll do the top side facing down, so we'll have matching boxes. And then I'm going to take my Centura Pearl and place that over the top of those dies. Then we're going to pop our next plate. You always need two double-sided plates, so if you are ordering the plates for the first time, you will get two in the pack. And then we're going to run that through our Gemini.
So you're making two different size boxes there at the same time?
At the same time. So we've made two boxes, different sizes.
And they're hexagonal, so it'd be really quite hard to make if you were using a scoreboard or just trying to do this by hand. I mean, these are a dream. They've always been a dream. When they were full price, Debbie, they were so busy, and they were so popular, sorry. Now, though, I mean, you're paying for one and you're getting another one free and then all the other stuff. I think maybe if they were slightly out of reach price-wise before, Debbie, now it's a kind of, you've got to have it kind of price. The rectangle collection, a quarter of the stock has already gone.
Oh.
Oh, 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 Betty, the cat's done a whoopsie on the carpet.
I don't know why I'm surprised though, Joe, because honestly, that deal,
busy.
I know, I mean, it probably sounds like we're like, oh my God, we've never seen those deals before, but genuinely, and actually they always sell out these dies. So I'm really shocked that we've bought them back in such a low price range, where you are not only getting another one of the box dies for free, a tape pen as well in there, and a pack of card. I mean, it just couldn't be much better. So what happens with these is the fact that it cuts out that shape. It also has your score lines all in place. So all you do is, I'm going to fold first of all the tabs.
Is there a right way and a wrong way when you put the cardstock against the die, Debbie, or can you fold it back either way after you've cut it?
Oh yeah, no, it does. It really doesn't matter if you do it the other way. Yeah, there isn't a right and wrong way, because they're identical. So that's all our tabs gone in. Those tabs are what you glue, but I'm then going to fold in. So I'm going to bring in my scoring tool just to burnish those edges in, which means they'll all just stay down nicely, and it'll just give you a really crisp finish and a really lovely box. I love the fact you're getting 2 sizes in these. You'll be able to do your all your gift making in the boxes. Everything is going to be perfect for you because all the die cutting and scoring has been done for you. All you have to do is fold in all those edges. So I'm just going to fold those tabs back in, and we're going to glue them. I mean, you can see already how easy this is coming together. You're going to use your tape pen that you're getting in this collection because it's a really strong glue. Just pop, I like to just go twice over it so it gives a sort of a double layer of glue on there. So just popping that in. And then once you get to your end...
Johnny's told me to just be quiet, Debbie, because my microphone doesn't work.
Have you got a fuzzy mic today?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe it's because I'm static. Maybe it's because maybe I'm electric. That's what it is today. Do you think that's what it might be?
You're a bit of a static.
Maybe I need to trim my beard. Maybe it's causing a lot of friction.
It could be your beard. You never know, Joe. So all I'm doing is putting those tabs together to the next point and just giving that a rub, because if you rub it, what it does is activate your glue even more, because it makes it it's heat activated, so it makes it stickier, which means it'll affix itself much better. Talking all these bits in here, and then one more just going into that one, and there we go. And look how quickly that was done. That's made our base card. So next thing we're going to do, Joe, is just do the top one. It's
awesome.
As simple as that.
Anne-Louise says, no jokes. I'm not going anywhere, Anne-Louise. Don't you worry about that. Laura says, Debbie is the star. Now, Debbie's always been the star. I was always just, if I was going to get an Oscar, it was always going to be actor in a supporting role for me, I'm afraid, Laura. Katie says, you can never annoy us, Joe. We love you. I love you too, Katie. I wasn't doing it for compliments, but if I get compliments, I will do it again. Panda Craft says, I have the hexagon die. Not had a chance to use it yet. I must get it out along with all the other stuff I have unopened. Panda Crafts, I'm going to slap you on the wrist. You've got to get it out. You've got to create wonderful things. Is there a way to make the boxes taller, Evelyn asks?
Oh, now there's a good idea. Yes, absolutely. And I'll show that. I can show it actually with this one.
Awesome.
And show you how easy we can do it.
So. Cindy says, wonderful bundle deals, great value for all that's in each and every one of them. They really are. I mean, you're saving more than you're spending across pretty much everything in the show. Julie Barlow says, do the box dies go through the junior, Debbie?
I have to measure. I think they possibly will, but I need to check. I don't know if all of them would go through. The hexagon one would definitely go through.
Yep.
You would just need your junior die cutting plates, the double-sided junior plates.
Awesome.
But yes, so I think they would, but I'm just wondering if maybe some of the bigger dies. We will check them though before the end of the show.
We'll have a check of that for you.
Check.
Lavender says, are you so cheerful? So thank you both. Oh, you're more than welcome. Lavender, I'm glad you are finding it very cheery. It's really busy on that rectangle one at the moment.
And there we go, Joe.
There. I love the difference in size between them as well that you've got, because it really is quite a difference, isn't it?
Yeah, you've got these really lovely mini ones. So I'm going to make that. I mean, you can talk or do whatever you want to do, Joe, because I'm just going to score and fold the little one in so we can see the difference between the two. But yeah, there's a nice difference in the sizes. This one is perfect just for those little gifts. Maybe you want to buy your mum some jewellery, some earrings for Mother's Day. It'll be a perfect gift to put those into. So. Yeah. Just doing all the little tabs again.
And that's how easy it is. The bigger one is 4.25 inches by 3.7 inches. The smaller one is 2.25 inches by 1.95 inches. That's the hexagon. The rectangles are 6.1 by 4.1 inches for the large one. The smaller one is 4.35 by 2.35. And if you're going for the other collection, the square is, you get 3 sizes on the square. So you've got a 6.1, a 4.35 inch and a 2.6 inch. And the triangles is a 5 by 4.5 and a 2 by 1.85. So I hope that helps with the sizing.
So it's, from what I can hear from that, Joe, only the large square wouldn't fit.
Just a large square wouldn't go through?
Yeah, just the large square, because that's 6'1", and that's the Gemini's a 6 inch.
And you've still got 2 other dies there for you as well.
Yeah,
to enable you to work with.
So that's pretty good, actually. So if you wanted to choose, it would be best going for the one that hasn't got the square in if you've only got the Gemini machine.
Cool. Okay, great advice. Pamela says, I'm loving that caramel coloured cardstock. It is delicious, isn't it?
It is.
Really awesome.
So lovely, yeah.
It must be available, if you already have the dies, then I think it must be available on its own over on our website. So go and have a look there. Search caramel in the search bar on the homepage at crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.au, depending on where you are. Very, very busy, getting busier and busier. We're having pictures in as well. John is really happy because someone sent in snow pictures. We've got 2 snow pictures. Makes Johnny so happy. Snow pictures and garden pictures. Pub pictures would make you happy as well, wouldn't they? Yes, so he's Johnny's saying it's because he only sees here and home at the moment, so it's nice to see other people's views. It is. All I see is the studio here, the house where we stay, and the M62 in the A1, and then my flat when I'm at home in Manchester. And I seem to be going on the same walk every day, Debbie. Do the same walk every night.
Why are you doing the same walk, Joe?
Because of where I live in Manchester. I live kind of central north, but because of where the canals are, you kind of only you can vary it, you know, a bit, but you end up predominantly walking the same route pretty much.
Oh,
sometimes I walk it the other way just to spice it up a bit. Because that's how I love to live life on the edge, Debbie, that's why.
Oh, we're very lucky. We have so many walks. I've actually just recently bought some books on London walks.
Oh.
And they're amazing. They take you around the whole of London, but the book shows you all the bits that you would come across that you can look at
really
while you're
awesome.
there. So
there's a
really
lot of
cool.
as well. I found out audio guides for your city. Go and Google it. Some of you have to pay for, but I'm going to do one when I go back this week to Manchester. I'm going to download it, and it's like a self-guided thing. Sounds great. That looks great. Why am I thinking cake now they're stuck on top of each other?
Of course you are. I was thinking hat boxes, but you're right.
Yeah.
But look how easy they were to put together. Beautiful hexagon boxes. And then you've got the rectangular ones. So these ones have obviously been decorated. Look at the 2 sizes you're getting in those as well. Just really nice boxes. But what we're going to do is I've got some flowers throughout the show, and I'm going to be decorating these boxes with them, Joe. So they're going to look amazing.
The question on everyone's lips though, Debbie, do these boxes have a sturdy bottom? That's what we want to know.
Always a sturdy bottom.
Always
we like
sturdy
boxes
bottom.
with a sturdy bottom,
If
yes.
you wanted to make the bottom more sturdy, you're putting something heavy in there. Is there anything we could do to reinforce that bottom?
Oh, always. I mean, you can always put an extra piece of card in there. You can always reinforce the edges. I tell you what we didn't do, Joe. Someone asked about how you can extend them. So what you would do is let me grab myself a piece of cardstock. Let me find
Someone's
some.
been naughty, I think. I don't know if you heard that. Pick that up. But it was, please card just went past outside.
So just what you would... We've got a... let me just curl it. So what you would do, you could actually do it from the sides, but if you scored a piece of card, so score each piece, score it to the size of what your, so let me just do it, Joe, rather than, so that's 2 inches. So what you would do was score 2 inches. Let me bring in my scoreboard.
So you would almost make a sleeve then and
yes,
attach the top and the bottom over the end of it.
Exactly. So let me just do just a couple
apparently
here,
you could hear the police car at home. Yes, it's not any of us. I think it's because these prices are so low. That's why they are. That's why they're on their way.
So I just do it a little bit so you can see, but as you put that in, those bits there would fit into your base of your card. So if you see it from the front there, you'll see that as you go round, you'll go round to each piece to actually slot into that score line. And then your lid will then fit on the top of that to create your actually taller box.
Awesome.
So hopefully that makes sense without me having to sort of do it too much. But you can see that will all fit perfectly. And you can make them whatever size box that you want.
Awesome. Enchanted Craft Fairies is for Debbie. If you are die cutting an image into the lid, Do you have to make another pass without the double-sided plates to add that to the lid?
Oh, I love that. That's a really good idea. No, not at all. Yes, you would have to do it twice because you'd have 2 pieces of card on there and you'd need a different platform for your cutting dies than the double-sided dies, because with a normal metal shim, normal die cut, thin metal die, you would need your magnetic and your plastic shim as well as your top plates. So it's a different variation of your plates. So cut your box lid, but before you put the box together, then place your die cut in the middle and then cut it through your regular platforms.
Awesome, great tip, love that idea. Do the box dies go through the junior? I think we established they all do, apart from the largest square one, was what we said. And then Cindy says, the canals are so relaxing. I love the idea of a Book of London Works. The canals are relaxing in the daytime. They're a bit scary at night, is all I'll say, Cindy. Or you wouldn't catch me down there of an evening, not after dark. Right, let's go back to these box dies. So let's start with the square one, which is this one just here. Remember, if you're going for this, at £35, that becomes £28 as a platinum member, or $36. You're saving way, way more than that. It's really awesome. In essence, really, you're paying, well, you're not even paying for the square box, because the square box should be $39.99 or $49.95 in the US. So you're not even paying for that. We're giving you the rest of it for free. So you've got the triangle in there, 2 different sizes in there. You get 3 sizes with the square. You've got the tape pen. And you've also got that awesome ivory cardstock in that one for you. The next collection that we then have is the rectangular one. What's the popular at the moment? Is it the rectangular one? Awesome. In the rectangle, you are getting the rectangle box die, of course, which give you 2 different size dies. That alone is $34.99 or $44.99. So you can see you've paid for the collection already. You've also got the hexagon in there with 2 different sizes, the caramel cardstock and that tape. This caramel cardstock is gorgeous, isn't it? How much of the stock's gone here, Johnny? 1/3 of the stock sold out and gone there of that one. If you're watching this show back at a later date, definitely check the website to see what the live stock situation is, because it is very, very busy. Do you want to do some pictures, Johnny, or should we do the window dies? Yeah, should we see some snow? Oh, Pat. Look at Pat Scove. Michigan, oh my. Do you know what it looks like? It looks like, do you know what one of the things I love about snow? When you go outside, how everything's quiet. It looks like it would be so quiet there in Michigan, doesn't it? Because of all of that glorious snow. And Liz, our Liz from Dartmoor is this. Awesome. Oh, it looks very snowy. There's the fields that we're going to all be camping in when we go to Cardstock, the festival. Also, Carol. Carol Coat. Carol's from the High Peak in the Peak District. That's where our Carol is from. I bet it gets snowy up there. I'll tell you what, yesterday I went, on my commute into work from Manchester here to the northeast, we're sort of between Darlington and Durham, for anyone that wants to look us up. In a place called Newton Aycliffe. When you drive from Manchester to here, you have to pass the highest motorway point in the whole country. So the highest motorway in the country is a bit we go over. I went across there yesterday. It was snowing, Debbie. There was snow on the ground and ice, and the fog was like so thick I couldn't see another vehicle on the entire road. And I felt like, for a moment, I was an airline pilot. That's what I thought in my head. And I was going was like driving my plane, which is actually a Mini, through the clouds. You can but dream every once in a while, can't you? Absolutely, yeah. I loved it. And then I got overtaken by a van. Kind of shattered the illusion a bit. Right, what we're going to look at next, the window dies next. Now, 2 smaller collections for you. So, peony window. This is our Debbie's favourite ever double-sided die. She let us know that a minute ago. And it is really, really gorgeous. So that's what you've got there. Love this one. That's your freebie there. And you're also going to get the rose, and you're going to get the tulip in this collection as well. £40 or $45 if you want to go for that. Now, if you're a platinum member, £32 or $36 to go for that. Second collection for you, this is the horizontal collection. So in here, you're going to get the this one, which is the lily. Gorgeous, love the lily. That's your freebie. You're going to get the cherry blossom. Oh, I'd love to go to Japan, you know, Debbie, and see the cherry blossom in person. but it's like a tiny little window, isn't it, to see it. And then also you've got this one, which is the water lily, which was always one of the favourites when we launched this collection. £40 or $45 again. However, if you go for the whole of them, we've got another bundle on the show, which is the full collection. All 6 of them, you get a better deal, which is awesome. If you want to go for all 6, £70 or $80, which is brilliant, because that means as a platinum member, you're saving $81 is you're saving, or £81, sorry, is you're saving as a platinum member, or $91. You actually pay 56. Have I got the right one here? Yeah, I have £56 or $64. I had to question it because I didn't, when I was going through them and then seeing what the price is, in my head I feel like there's a short circuit somewhere. But it's correct, these are the prices. I mean, it is, we are having a masterclass, but with cartload pricing, Debbie, is how it feels. We're going to go back to the flower collection next. Let me just whiz you through those and what you're getting there as well, because this is awesome. Quarter of these have gone now. It's really getting busy as we move towards that second hour. You've got the sprigs and blossoms, you've got the rose, you've also got the... Is it dahlia or dahlia, Debbie?
I say both, I think. I mean...
I don't know.
Dahlia.
I think one of them is obviously the American
dahlia.
pronunciation, one's in English. Someone will let me know in the comments. Sarah always tells me which one's which, or tells me off for getting it wrong. But she's not here today, so I don't know. I need her here to keep me right. See, peony, and you've got then as well the cosmos. I love the cosmos. Before I started working at Crafts Companion, cosmos was not a flower I heard of.
No, me neither.
No. But it really is a gorgeous one. It's just beautiful. And think about, you can keep these true to nature. You can colour them up as they are intended, or you can go abstract with them. You can really go to town with things like mirror card, matte mirror card, and glitters, and a whole host of different awesome textures and colours. What I must tell you though is that the deal you've got there is incredible, because as you can see on the screen, there should be £90 or $120 in essence. $29.98 or $41 is what you're looking at for these. If you are a platinum member, you're going to save £65 or $86 on these. Remember as well, when you hear us talking about platinum prices, of course we're talking about Club Inspire, but also when you go to the website for the first time, log in. As soon as you've logged in, your platinum discount is your Club Inspire discount is all taken care of then for you. So the price you see is the price you pay in essence. So it's always good to get logged in, and always nice as well, I think, at the start of every show, or just before every show starts, especially maybe whilst the whole screen is on, click that shop the show button on the website and go and have a look through everything, because there's so many occasions whereby we won't get to all the stuff that we have available for you in the show. Loads of you are still talking away. Joe's Panda Craft says, Joe, you're hysterical with your mini plane. It was a mini adventure, Panda. Tansy says, I have virtually everything in the show. Should I be ashamed? Absolutely not. You should be proud, Tansy. Trey says, OMG, these dies are amazing. And Linda says, wow, first time watching, how amazing. I've been making cards for over 25 years and I'm blown away by what I'm seeing today. Great new products for me today. I can't wait to get involved. I can't wait for you to get involved as well, Linda. I'm really excited to take you on your Crafts Companion journey with us. Let me know where you're watching from, Linda. I would love to know. And I'd love to know how you found us as well. Let me know. And we will share that info with the Crafters TV world. What are we going to be looking at next then, Debbie?
Well, talk about being blown away. The price on these flower dies is incredible. Now, what's the best thing about these dies is the fact that everyone needs flowers. In their crafting journey, no matter what, you'll find that there's flowers that you put on most things all throughout the year, whether it be for Easter, whether it's Mother's Day, whether it's for an anniversary, a wedding, Christmas, everything is flower related somewhere along the line. Now, the twigs and the sprig ones, I have to say, are one of my all-time favourites. I use them on everything. Look how beautiful they look. You'll just find yourself using them on everything. Now, I love batch making with these as well, so having that real just a day or an evening where you just cut loads of them, because they're so super easy. You can see how they look in different colours and layered up. They're simply incredible. They're just lots of things you can do with them. Each of the flower dies comes with leaves as well, so you're getting that main flower die and you're getting the leaves, and then if you want to, well, you don't have to say if you want to, you're getting them in with them, those sprigs. So even in here, look at this, Joe, how beautiful is that in a monochrome effect? It just looks simply divine. A really gorgeous card. So you're getting all these different flowers, each one. There's that cosmos, we're going to be demoing that one as well, but look at it in a totally different colour, how it looks. I mean, just so gorgeous. So whether you're using them one at a time, 2, 3, whatever you have. The rose one obviously is going to be quite popular. Look at it in so many different colours. Every one is incredible. And then just using the twigs on their own, there's so many things you can do with them as well. So just using them for a little quick card, maybe using your edgeables to set them off. They just look incredible. So we're going to be doing the Dahlia and the Cosmos. I thought we'd do a couple at a time because they are so easy, and because I'm using my large Gemini, I'm able then to put them all through. So first of all, I've got 2 pieces of cardstock, just coordinating colours in sort of red. I'm going to do my base card as let's do it as red. So that's the bigger image, so I know that's my base, which is that flat layer. And then I'm going to lay this piece over the top, so I can't see the die, and that will cut both those pieces. Then we've got our leaf. So it's just choosing which one you want to use. So this thin twig one is going to overlay onto the bigger leaves. So I'm going to use my bigger leaves on the Centura Pearl, and then I'm going to use that mirror card on the top. And then the same with these ones. You've got 2 layers. So I'm going to pop that over there and then pop this one in. So that's sandwiching all those layers.
If you're using a single-sided cardstock then, Debbie, that always faces towards the die, is that correct?
Yes, absolutely, okay. Yes, because your die is cutting into there.
Brilliant.
So again, we're going to use, so in the Dahlia one, we've got the 2 layers. So you've got your base layer, which I'm going to put on the darker purple, then the lighter colour on top. Then we've got our leaf, so I'm using the 2 green colours. So we're just going to use our darker colour on the base one, or brighter one, and then the darker. Not that it matters, you can use whichever colours that you want to. And then we've got one more here, which is our yellows for the centre part. So I'm going to use the main one, the bottom piece. You always see, and then we've got the smaller die that's cut in with the lighter yellow. And then also I thought we'd bring in the twigs. Now I love these sprigs and blossoms are so good. You've got just basic leaves on some of them, so you could just use 2 pieces of green cardstock. And then you've got things like your, what are these called, Joe? I was trying to think of them the other day, where you have those sticky buds on the top. Do you remember when you're little? And they used to be that sticky. Someone out there will know. We just used to call them sticky buds. Yeah, they used to be like a twig and then a sticky bud on the end that you touched, and they were sticky. I always remember them when we were kids.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe someone in the comments will know.
Yes, hopefully.
Our viewers know everything, Debbie, so someone will let us know in the comments, absolutely.
So let's cut one of them. So I'm going to use, that's the flower is the one with the stems, so that's on there. Cleavers.
It's cleavers, apparently. Go on, give us a go with the long name, Johnny. Garium aparine.
I love them.
It's found all over the world, apparently, yes, but it's got sticky
I haven't
buds.
seen them for ages, but they were almost like twigs, and then they just had like little, and you used to just want to touch them because your fingers like stuck to them. Do you not remember them as a child?
No,
Did you not go rummaging in the forests?
I didn't like really getting dirty as a kid. I don't now, Debbie, to be honest. And I remember climbing trees and getting tree sap all over you. Oh
my God, that was so me, Joe.
The worst.
I'm the one that was in the mud and the puddles and climbing trees. Oh my God, yeah. My dad built us a go-kart. I used to crash it down the street.
Our primary school had conifers or lalandis or something around the whole perimeter of the school playing field. And I just remember, if you climbed on them, there were always sticky gunk all over them. I didn't like it at all. I'd run back to the classroom.
So funny. Oh no, I was always the one with mud. And funny enough, my youngest daughter didn't like it, but my eldest daughter was exactly the same. I remember her coming in one day and she had all these snails climbing up her belly.
What?
She had her bikini on in the garden and she literally come in and said, "Look, Mum, and all these snails were all climbing up," and she had all this slime climbing up. I thought, she's so my daughter.
It's kind of gross.
It's really, yeah.
That's funny though.
I always used to think a mucky child was a happy child.
Absolutely.
Not that you probably wasn't happy being clean, Joe, obviously.
Oh, he was a very clean, miserable child, was Joe. No, I wasn't. I was a very happy child. I was always old though. I always wanted to be old. I never wanted to be with kids. I always wanted to be with adults and have adult conversation all the time. I didn't really want to play with other kids.
Oh,
honestly, I was one of those children.
Yeah, we were totally opposite then because I used to find my mum and dad's company so boring. I was the child when we went out for a walk and my mum would stop and speak to everybody and I was just like pulling on her to hurry up.
Oh, really?
I didn't want to stand there and talk to boring adults.
Do you remember going out for like, I remember as a kid going out for a meal with like maybe my dad, my auntie and uncle, and some, maybe my mum and dad, there'd be my aunt and uncle and maybe a few other friends. It'd be maybe like 3 or 4 families together, and if they sat you on 2 separate tables, like the kids on one table and the adults on another table, do you ever remember doing that when you were in larger groups? I guess people still do it now.
Yep.
If we separated the tables and I had to sit on the kids table, I'd be absolutely furious.
How funny.
Furious. I wanted to be on the adults table listening to the adult conversation. I don't sit with these chancers. Yeah, honestly. Fuming I would be.
Old before your time, Joe.
Absolutely.
That is strange, isn't it?
And now I'm desperate to be younger now and getting older. That's always the way, isn't it?
Yeah, always.
Now I want to be Peter Pan.
You are Peter Pan.
Am I?
You don't age.
I am self-identifying as Peter Pan from here on in that case.
Absolutely.
Laura says, yes, black, white and grey. Someone's excited about that demonstration.
Yeah,
Sandra says,
beautiful.
I love the buds. They're fabulous to go with everything, and you have it in the florals. Good morning, everyone. Today's my birthday. Well, Mary Coleman, happy blooming birthday,
Happy
to you.
birthday.
Many happy returns. I won't ask you how old you are because that's rude. Sonia says, Debbie, I love the sprigs too. Darlene says, what is a sandwich for using the dyes? Could you just recap for anyone joining,
Oh,
Debbie?
yes, absolutely. So all you need is your 2 cutting plates and your 2 die cutting plate, your double-sided plates. I tend to put in, I haven't got it in with these ones, but sometimes, especially with your bigger dies, I tend to do, to put in the metal shim just for added pressure. And also what I'm going to do now is I have got all my layers, but I'm going to put some of these bits through because I did promise someone, I can't remember who it is, Joe, that asked about the Xyron.
Katie, I think it was a Katie.
So I've just got my mini Xyron machine. I don't know if we've got any of these in stock, so I do apologise. But what I will do is show you, so then if they do come back in stock, or some of you have got your Xyron, I wanted to show you how really easy this is to use when you're using your Xyron machines. I'm popping these down. Let's pop that down. So let's just do this one and show you. And then I've got a really cracking little tip, Joe, of how to really get that glue into your die cuts. So let me just bring in my Gemini. Actually, I've got my Gemini plates here, although, yeah, I might not be able to find a smaller, got a bigger one, so let's use our bigger plates. So what I do with all my Xyron bits, so anyone that's using their Xyron at home to do this, using your rubber mat that comes with your Gemini, I'm just going to take my 2 plates, and then what we're going to do is get our plastic shim. So you use your plastic shim, your top plate and your bottom cutting plate. You then pop these on the right way up so you can see them and place your rubber mat over the top. And then we're going to run that through the machine. So it's a really cool way of making sure. See, what we used to do when I first started demoing the Xyron, used to use my scoring tool and really rub the back of it, and also sort of work it in your fingers so all the glue sort of goes down. But sometimes you still get some little bits of stringy bits coming out. But by running it through the Gemini machine, what that does is it really pushes all of the sticky or adhesive through. So when you take them off, when you take this bit off,
I would love to know what kind of kids our viewers were at home. Tall Chicky said that'd be an interesting topic. What kind of children were you? Let me know in the comments what kind of kids you were. You were mucky, we've established that. I wanted to be a grown-up.
Yeah, absolutely. So showing this, Joe, can you see there is no sign of any glue through there whatsoever, but these are fully stuck on the back. So then when we place these over the top, that will stick perfectly to where we want it. And that's how you get your Xyron to stick amazingly well.
Awesome.
And the same with this one. Pop that on the top. And that will stick, and you can see I've got nothing sticky on my fingers, and then this piece here will stick onto this piece.
What would you use adhesive wise if you weren't going to Xyron these?
So that's exactly what I was going to do next.
Oh,
well
awesome.
done. Yeah, so I was just bringing my dotty tape pen, Joe, because actually this is perfect then for sticking. You might just want to use your Kalau all-purpose glue gel. So I'm going to place that over the top there, and that's how it creates that beautiful flower. But I'm going to bring this one in. Now this one, I've actually used my Kalau glue gel, so you can see in there, and it's just raised it a little bit, so it just gives it more definition to make that a really more impactful flower, but both beautiful. And then we've got our Cosmos. You're right, Joe, this is such a beautiful flower. I do really love the beautiful outline on this one. Looks amazing. And then we're just going to bring in a piece of card so I can pop my glue on the back there. Pop this onto here. Pop it the right way. There's always one of those quirky bits on there, which is this side here, which makes it easy to find where that matte and layering goes. Place that on the side. And then we had two more bits here, Joe, which I'm going to just pop on.
Katie says, thank you, Debbie. I super appreciate the Xyron demo and the tips. So I hope we clear that up for you, Katie. Karen says as well, Debbie, this is fabulous information. It really is. Love that tip. Says Sarah's Creations as well. Pam saying she loves her Xyron sticker maker as well. She uses it all the time, apparently.
Oh, that's great, yeah. That's a really good way to use it. So those sprigs that I was telling you about, that die, that's the double-sided die that comes in two parts. So you've got the greenery and then you've got the little buds. So what you do is stick these over the top. So it's really, really well thought out of, because you don't need to worry about where to stick them. They literally just go straight over the top. So really easy guiding for you. And then they go over there, and then it just brings that all together.
How fabulous.
And there we go. So I'm just going to use these to decorate one of our boxes, and then when we do another box demo we will decorate those as well, Joe.
Brilliant, absolutely love that. Gloria says, hi Joe and Debbie, do you have any advice how I can stop my Gemini plates from warping? I ordered a second set. Am I doing something wrong? Any tips for keeping them
yeah,
straight?
so we get that obviously all the time with the weight of dies. It really is a case of to keep turning and rotating. The nature of them with dies going through, they do warp. There's lots of people that tell you lots of sort of information at home. I know Sarah herself has actually used hers in hot water with something heavy on the top, so like casserole dishes and that, and pots and pans. Fill them with boiling water, put your plates in boiling water and stack it on top, and she says she's done that before and that's helped to straighten them, and it actually gives them a really good clean as well. So that's quite a nice tip, but it really is a case of rotating them regularly. Also another little tip, what I find is sometimes you have too much pressure when what goes through your machine. So it's always, and especially if you've got a big die, what actually happens if you turn it round the opposite way to where it's cut, so if you've noticed it bowing as it comes in, put it through again by turning your plates the opposite way, and then it straightens those plates out as you go through. So I hope that makes sense, but it does work.
Sounds fabulous.
So all I'm doing, oh, I've put the wrong leaves on there, Joe. Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We've got different leaves, does it? Let's put the right leaves on though.
Lots of you talking about what sort of children you were. Kirsten says I was a wild child and getting on everybody's nerves. Still I am. You Kirsten. Rose says I was just like Debbie, a tomboy that couldn't get dirty enough. A day in the woods was a perfect day. Lots of you talking about that. Yeah, I was annoying as a kid. My favourite question was why. I'd be like, what's that flower called, Debbie? And you'd tell me it was a cosmos, and I'd be like, why? Well, because that's what it's called. But why? That's all I'd say over and over again.
Why?
That looks really beautiful. Love the two of them together as well.
I know, and how amazing is that? That's so simple. You could make those flowers and that box in one pass through your machine. I mean, we really need to take a minute to appreciate that their double-sided dies can cut all of that in one pass. Amazing.
It really is phenomenal. And think about how else you're going to use them on boxes, on cards, in box frames, around photo frames. Maybe you're going to wear them, maybe you're going to put them on headbands. So many different things that you can do. So let me run you back through what you're getting included in this collection. So you're going to get the sprigs and blossoms, which is this one just here. You're going to get the rose. There's the dahlia. Oh, I have much luck with this board today, man. You've got the dahlia. You also have the peony, and the cosmos as well. It's very busy on this collection. Platinum members, 28.40 or 32.80. If you want to get this, that means you are saving more than you are spending, which is absolutely phenomenal value for money. Right, now, next one we're going to look at is the retro florals. Let me grab these for you. An awesome collection, very, very busy on this. What you've got in here is a really nice collection because you've got one of the creator card dies, and then what you've got are you've got a creator card die, a topper die, and you've got a creator card die, a topper die, and a edgeable. So it's like a holy trinity when it comes to our dies. This one here is your retro floral. This is the floral lights. And then you're also going to get the pretty florals as well, which is that lovely edgeable design. It's like you're cutting a matte and layer basically at the same time. £31 or $41 if you wanted to go for those ones. Right. Oh, Johnny. I mean, I've got to stick that on there properly, haven't I? I'm going to give it to Jake. I'll let Jake sort it out. Now, there are two smaller collections available on these. I'm not going to give you the details because everyone is going to the big collection. A quarter of that big collection has gone. So what you've got in here is you've got the peony window. You've also got the rose window. There is the tulip window. That one's the lily window. Then you've also got the cherry blossom and the water lily as well. You get all of those, all six of them, for £70 or $80. It's a half price deal essentially. It's a few pounds or a few dollars different from being a half price deal. Right, going to go back over to Debbie. What's next, Debbie?
Right, hang on, Joe. I'm packing down. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in these beautiful window dies. So we had some yesterday on the show. Absolutely incredible. I love this. I mean, it's really so pretty. Such a beautiful one. So it's that gorgeous tulip one, which is really lovely. And then we've got the peony. So we had the tulip and peony yesterday, but look at these new ones we've got. We've got the water lily. I mean, look at that. That's just beautiful. Another one of the peony. Look how gorgeous that looks with overlaying that. We've then got the rose. It's just stunning, so lovely. That rose one really is stunning, absolutely stunning. And this one here, look at that, the lily. I mean, that lily one is gorgeous. We're going to show how to cut that one in just a second. Again, that water lily, doing that peony in different colour. I mean, look how subtle that looks. There's something really stunningly beautiful about that one. Then we've got our lilies again and our roses. Love this one. That looks really pretty.
Beautiful.
Yeah, really beautiful. And then our water lilies again. Just really gorgeous designs. Absolutely adore these ones. And then for that, I'll just show one more here. With those smaller, the cherry blossom, just really gorgeous. So, shall we see how they cut and what we can do with them?
Yes, please. Now, apparently, when we're looking at you, my microphone's fine, and then the moment we come over here and look at me, it stops working again. How's it going now? So, I don't know. Lots of you talking about sort of children you were. Ray says, I was so bad as a kid. My mum would say, I hope you have one 10 times worse than you. Well, guess what?
Oh, my mum said that to me.
Guess what? She is 10 times worse than I ever was. I'm sure you still love her though, Ray. Lynn says, I hated getting dirty as a child. I'm the same as an adult. Kate says I was a bit of a loner. Do you know what? I was a bit of a loner as well as a kid, which is hard to believe now, isn't it? Climbed trees, fell out of trees, super athletic, yeah. Not now though, but moved a lot. So I was so shy. Do you know what? I moved a lot as well as a kid. I think that is part and parcel of it, you know. That's what it is. If you move around a lot as a kid, you don't really sort of have, you know, friends that you've grown up with all the way through school. You don't need to be sad for me. I wasn't sad at the time. I'm not sad now. Right, back to you, Debbie.
So do you think, so was that Kate that just said she was a bit of a loner as well? Do you think that is because you used to talk more to adults than children?
Probably.
Because most of your school life is with children, isn't it?
Yeah, I had no interest in other children really whatsoever. Didn't really want to talk to them or play with them or hang around with them. And I wasn't very athletic as well. And boys played football, didn't they? And girls played... Yep. And girls plaited each other's hair. That's what it was like when I was at school. Terry says I have a twin brother. So we were constantly into something: mud, paint, sticks and bushes. I once swallowed a quarter because he actually. Let me try this again. I once swallowed a quarter because he accidentally swallowed one on the teeter-totter. What's a teeter-totter?
Teeter-totter.
Any idea? Yeah, he accidentally swallowed one, so she swallowed one. It'd be the same. Mary Pat says I was a mixture of everything. Making mud pies to building dams and bridges outside in the springtime on the farm. Doing domestic things indoors. The eldest of 13, so I learned tasks early. First up, best dressed in your house, Mary Pat. Wow, one of 13. My dad's one of 8. I thought that was a lot.
My favourite thing, Joe, as well, was going to find tadpoles. Oh my God, we used to bring...
Tadpoles?
Tadpoles. Did you know, never used to
we
go
used to have tadpoles.
fishing?
I remember in my primary school, we had a very small internal courtyard where the library was, and there was a little pond, and there was always tadpoles in the pond.
Yeah, we so wanted them to grow into frogs, and they never did. So, yeah, we used to go, I used to love it. All the swamps and loved it. I'm probably not like that now. I'd probably be like, ugh, no, it's all dirty and horrible now. So what we're going to do, I've now added in my metal shim. So this is where I was talking about using a different platform sometimes. So I've got my base cutting mat, then my metal shim, then my double-sided cutting plate, then I've got my card, then my die, and then my other piece of card on the top. And then I'm going to lay out my other die cutting, double-sided cutting plate, and my Gemini cutting plate, and send them through.
Do you know what we should do as a pictures theme in one of our shows? Maybe we could do it during Second Chance Sunday. Johnny will be game, he loves this sort of stuff. Maybe we could do baby pictures or pictures of us as kids. That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? Should we do it in Second Chance Sunday? That gives me and Debbie a chance to dig some out then. I've only got one proper sort of baby photo of me as a kid, but it's a good one. We'll dig them out whilst we have our lunch after this show, and then we'll get you to send yours in our second show as well. So make sure you join us for Second Chance Sunday. We'll do baby pictures. I think that'll be adorable, Debbie.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I might be able to dig some out. There might be some on my phone. So seems like a long time ago when I was a young'un.
Teeter-totter is a seesaw.
Is that what? Seesaw. Oh, of course.
Yeah,
yes.
seesaw. Rosalind says, my brother and I, 9 years apart, so he was my guinea pig for all of my easy bake oven makes. Today he still can't stand that toy. That was from Rosalind. Love that. As a kid, I had a McDonald's drive-through, Debbie, that opened out, and you could pretend that you were driving through my drive-through, and I could like flip the burgers, and it had a little window, and I'd pop my head out. And I also had my uncle made me a forecourt petrol pump. Like a little one for a kid, and I could pretend to so all my mates could come round on their like little go-karty type things, and I could be the petrol attendant. I had a boiler suit as well. I used to fill their cars up for them with a pretend petrol.
That's brilliant.
It was amazing, absolutely incredible. I haven't got any pictures of it or anything. I don't know what happened to it, but
yeah, that is amazing.
Yeah,
I have an awful story actually about a seesaw. That happened to me when I was little. Yeah, and it will teach you, because it's what my mum used to always say to me: do not do anything with a lolly in your mouth.
With a lolly in your mouth? With
a lolly in your mouth, yeah. So I had just a hard...
an ice lolly or a
lolly?
candy
no,
lolly?
A round...
Yeah, like a chuppa-chup.
Yeah, like a chuppa-chup lolly, yeah. And I was on the seesaw and I fell off, and I fell smack on my face, and the lolly literally, and it was nearly finished. And you know when the little stick sticks out at the top? It had gone into the top of my mouth.
Oh, Debbie!
Yeah, I always remember it because it was so horrific, and there was just blood everywhere, and I was screaming, and my mum, all she kept saying was, well, I told you not to do anything with the lolly in your mouth. Luckily, your mouth heals really quickly, doesn't it? So it wasn't too bad. It's always me, Joe. I've always got a story about something I've done to myself.
Absolutely. So. Sonia says, gorgeous, Debbie. Love the song. My mum said I never cried and I love to go fishing. There you go. That's Snooze Lose Your Sonia. Pam says, I was a nightmare. I started climbing up the furniture from a very early age, all the way through till I climbed Ayers Rock. My hubby and son leaving me to do it, and 8 zip lines over the Amazon forest. Wow, Pam.
Wow.
I mean, PPE Pam is, she's into adventure sports, it seems, as well. Is there anything PPE Pam can't do? I don't think there is.
I don't think so.
Has anyone ever seen PPE Pam and Superwoman in the same room? Just saying. Just saying.
So we're just using our dotty tape pen to go over the sides, and this one is brilliant because all you do is match up the actual die itself round the edges.
This colourway works beautifully together.
It's gorgeous, isn't it? I mean, pinks and whites, you just can't go wrong. So you're not seeing it too clearly because of my cutting mat, but what I am going to do is I'm just going to turn it over, and I always like to just rub down with my scoring tool, and it just makes sure that it's all adhered properly. And then I'm going to bring in a green piece of cardstock so you can see it a bit better. But look how stunning that die is. It's absolutely gorgeous. Now, what I am going to do is, what I've done here is I've just got a 10-fold card, and I took out with my nesting dies a rectangle and just put some acetate onto the back. Now, because what I did was I cut out the white die originally from this cardstock, which means I know that will fit back in there perfectly well. So just popping it back into there. So we're going to glue this one into place.
Gloria says, Joe, could you please ask Debbie if she'll be demonstrating the corner edgeable at some point today?
The corner edgeable?
I think this might be the technique where you lay the edgeable across the corner of the front of the card. You know, so it cuts out. I saw a sample with it on earlier, I think.
Cutting it diagonally across the card.
Yes, I think that's what, I'm presuming that's what Gloria means. I might be wrong. Let me know if that is what you mean, Gloria.
Have a look. If we get the time, then yes, I will try and do something, absolutely. So that gives us our card front, and then I'm going to pop this card on the inside.
Laura says, Debbie, your mum sounds like my mum with the I told you so, but then immediately check to make sure you're okay.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Always, it was always, I told you not to do that. And it's funny, isn't it? So what about all the sayings we were told? So I always remember, like, if we pulled a face, my mum would say, you shouldn't pull faces because if the wind changes, you'll stay like that. Have you heard of that one?
Yeah, always. Me asking my mum when anything would be ready. It will be ready when it's ready. That's what
ready when it's ready,
What time's dinner going to be? It'll be ready when it's ready.
Or how long's a piece of string?
Yeah. That was the other one.
Yeah, how long's it going to take? Are we there yet?
I was so obsessed with food as a kid. I would ask what was for dinner as soon as we got up in the morning and start looking forward to it for the rest of the day. I used to go and stay with my Uncle John and my Auntie Beryl quite a lot, and at breakfast I'd always ask what was for dinner. So she made up dishes that didn't sound very nice, that I can't repeat, and would say that instead. So yeah, let your imaginations run wild on that. Just love this card idea, says Tall Chicky. This card that you're working on here is gorgeous, Debbie. Really,
so
really lovely.
I've just for a little bit of difference, I've just added a little piece of card to create a stepper at the front there, and just use one of Sarah's signatures, love word on there, and then that finishes our card. And there we go.
Really is beautiful. And again, you could be making this. Remember what you've got in that collection. You've got those 6 different designs for you. So you could be making, you've got the portrait version, and you've also got the vertical ones as well. So horizontal and vertical. But the two together is how you get the best value. So you've got, here's your peony, which I know is Debbie's favourite. Then you've got the rose. That one is the tulip. You've also got the lily. That's the cherry blossom, and you've got the water lily as well. £70 or $80, pretty much. I mean, a few pounds off a half price deal in essence. You're saving more than you're spending as a Club Inspire Platinum member, which is absolutely fantastic. You'll get square eyes if you watch too much telly. That's what my mum used to say to me. Says, crafty AJ. Why don't you get outside and get some fresh air? My mum would say that a lot, I remember. I think it's time you got out and got some fresh air. Let's go back to the box dies. Which ones are we going to start with? Let's start with the square, which is this one here. This is actually slightly better value than the other two. I mean, both of them, incredible value for money. Because actually, the square die on its own, this one just here, that should be $39.99 in the UK or $49.99 if you're in the US. You can see you're paying less than that for the entire collection, which is awesome value. You've also got the triangle, so you get 3 sizes in the square, 2 sizes of box in the triangle. You've got that fantastic ivory cardstock in here as well, and you're going to get the extra strong tape pen in there too. So you've got everything you need, and you're good to go. You've got the other option there for you as well. The other option, of course, is the rectangle. And again, the rectangle double-sided box die on its own should be $34.99 or $44.99. What you've got is everything else included, in essence, for free. If you are a platinum member, you're saving on this $43.96 or $59.46. Awesome value for money. Whatever one you are going for, go for both of them as well. A lot of you, I'm hearing, are multi-ordering and going for both sets there, which is absolutely fantastic. Second Chance Sunday, loads coming up in Second Chance Sunday. Lots of different things are going to be happening. It's going to be all the highlights of the last week or so that you've been here at Crafters TV. So definitely tune in. We've got some great deals for you as well. So going to be a fun couple of hours. My microphone is still having a few problems with it. We think there's something to do with the internet connection, which is making it have an issue with it. Pam's been back in touch again. Pam says, no, Joe, isn't my son was the only child, and I think he also thought, and still does, that I was a bit of a nightmare. However, he knows that as soon as I can, I'll be climbing trees and rocks with my grandson, Joe. Age, no obstacle. My age. I mean, don't doubt it, Pam. I don't doubt it. Pam's more sprightly than I am, I'll tell you that. Right, still got about half an hour on this show. So if there's anything we haven't covered yet in the show with regards to any of the double-sided dies, anything, any questions that you've got, don't sit at home with a burning question and think, oh, I'd love to ask it, but it seems like a silly question. There's no such thing as a silly question here at Crafters TV. If you want to ask me a question, then you can do. And what you need to do is you need to get yourself over to Crafters TV on Facebook. Click the live feed there, and in the live feed, you'll be able to pop into the comments or across on YouTube. Search Crafters Companion over there and pop it in the comments. One of our social media superstars will pop it over to me. Who is our social media superstar today, actually? I haven't seen their name pop up. Alex is on the socials today, which is lovely. Peg says, Grandma said she was going to put a brick in our heads so we would grow up, we wouldn't grow up anymore. That's a strange one. I haven't heard that one, Debbie, have you?
No, I haven't heard that one, Joe, no. That sounds a little bit harsh, actually.
Yeah. Just Rochelle says, my dad would say, go outside and blow the stink off you. I don't know what that means either.
These are funny. Keep them coming.
There's always some strange sayings, isn't there? My mum would always say as well, you've got to laugh, haven't you, about everything? Oh, you've got to laugh. Right, back to you, Debbie. What would you like to share with us next?
So I thought we'd go back to the double-sided boxes because they are phenomenal. I absolutely love them. And I really can't believe that the square one, you're getting 3 different sizes of boxes in these. So if you are someone that needs to make boxes for anything, the square one is definitely for you. So we worked out earlier that the biggest one will not fit through the Gemini Junior, so you will need the large Gemini. But if you have got the Junior, the next 2 sizes down, you will also get a set of tags in here. So 3 tags as well, which have the die cut holes in them to use. I'm just going to show you one of the smaller boxes. So this is the size of the smaller box, which will be created, which is amazing. And if I just take away the actual die, you'll see, I've took away the packaging. I wanted to show you the packaging. That is the little one that comes off of that one. So that will show you the 2 different sizes or 3 different sizes that you get in that collection. But I am going to make the triangle one. So I'm going to switch to the triangle. We're going to use the beautiful ivory cardstock that's coming with it. You're getting 2 different sizes of this. And again, it's one of those boxes that's quite difficult to make because to be able to get a perfect triangle, let alone try to be getting a box that's going to work right as a triangle, is sort of quite a hard thing to do, quite a mean feat there. So I'm just going to place it, so I don't waste my card, just going to place it on there. I'm going to take another sheet of the ivory and place it on the top.
Awesome.
And then we're going to send that through our die cutting machine. So I've just used my base cutting mat, my cutting shim for the double-sided dies, then my next cutting shim for the double-sided dies, so they always get wedged between them with a 2 pieces of card, and then my top cutting mat. So, and that's it. So it's very, very easy.
Awesome. Anne's asking, Joe, why do you call her PPE Pam? Well, there's a story and a half here. Pam Craving. Pam, why don't you send us a picture that I can show to Anne that explains why we call you PPE Pam? I love. Pam has even started signing off her emails as PPE Pam now. Pam, you know what you need to do? Send us a picture and we'll show it. We'll show and explain to Anne why we call you PPE Pam. That'll give us a bit of a give you a good chuckle, Debbie, to end the show.
Yeah, because I don't even know that either. Yeah, absolutely.
She sent us a picture of some snow. Do you know how much Johnny loves those snow pictures? We'll show those. Oh, she's only sent it to Johnny, not to anyone else. Just emailed it to Johnny personally because she knows he loves those snow pictures. Rose says, when we were getting on my mum's nerves, she'd tell us to go haunt a house. That was another one. Not heard that one before.
Oh. Have you ever run away from home, Joe?
There's a really, really funny story.
Oh, well, perhaps while I'm putting my box together, you could tell us your story.
Absolutely. Okay, so when I was a kid, I grew up on a place called... I've never mentioned it before, and then the last week or so, I can't stop talking about Canvey Island. And I know it sounds glamorous, it's not. It's an island that is below sea level in the Thames estuary, which is separated from a place called Benfleet by a flat of mud, basically. There's a little bridge that takes you over onto the mainland. It's in Essex, essentially. But it flooded very badly in the 70s, so now it has a flood defence all the way around it, which is a really high bank and a big wall. It's quite a big, it's a fairly big place. I think it's about 3 or 4 miles long by about 2 miles wide, something like that. And as a kid, me and my cousin Dean, when we were about 4, we decided we were going to walk to America. That was what we decided in our head, because we thought that if we just went up onto the sea wall and we kept walking, we would get to America. And then we were about 5 at the time, I think, something like that. So obviously, absolute panic. We'd gone missing. It was like the middle of the summer. There was loads of people everywhere because it's a bit of a sort of beach place. And then looking back as a kid, we thought we'd been gone for like hours, maybe even days. And now looking back as a kid and going back there, I know we'd got about 600 yards probably, and that was about it. Yes, we tried to find America. I thought we could just walk along the sea wall. There you go.
It used to be the thing, didn't it? And I mean, this is probably quite bad, but my mum used to threaten us with phoning child services. And she used to pretend that she was on the phone to him if we were really naughty, me and my brother. Yeah, and tell us if that's ever happened to you, because I'm sure that's happened to many people.
They were going to call the police if we didn't behave. And they'd be like, and then they'd do I think there's a knock. I bet that's that policeman we've called. That was the little charade that we had.
But my mum used to do that and say, that's child services. We're like, no, please don't let them take us.
Sharing all the secrets, aren't we? Sharing all the secrets. My mum would be horrified if she knew I was telling all these tales on her.
If my mum was still here, bless her, she would tell you exactly the same.
We found out yesterday, didn't we, that our mums shared a birthday.
They do, yeah. Tomorrow, in fact, Joe.
Yeah, it is indeed.
The 25th.
Bernadette says, we lived in a cottage in the summertime and Mum always told us to go jump in the lake. Why don't you take a long walk off a short pier? That's what someone used to say to us. Not my parents, though. Can just imagine you walking on water, Joe, says Katie. I love that. I once ran the length of Southend Pier as well, which is the longest pier in the world, Debbie.
Wow.
As a bet when I was about 9, that my uncle said, I'll give you £5 if you run back rather than get the train from the very end of the pier to the shoreline. So I did it, and obviously my mum was so angry with my uncle that I'd ended up running all the way back, and they got the train back. She was furious, absolutely furious.
I bet she was.
Lynn says, I know Canvey Island, Joe. I often go there for a walk. My aunt moved there last year. I haven't been back to Canvey Island in years. If I'm ever down in that part of the world, I'll have to drive on. The problem is, Canvey Island, as it's an island, is not one of those places you're ever really driving through, Debbie.
It's not a place you would drive through.
No, because it's an island, so it's
Oh,
not
of
like
course.
you're. It's not like you're going somewhere. Not like I'm going to see family somewhere. And I think, well, I'll just stop here. Oh, look, I used to live here. And I'll see through. Peg says, I remember dumping my pile of coleslaw out the back door to the German Shepherd. My mum comes back into the kitchen. She's like, "Oh, you like that? So, well, here, have a bigger pile." Oh, that doesn't sound very nice. We used to have to eat everything on our plate as kids, I remember, Debbie. Did you?
Oh,
you had to
absolutely.
finish your meal before you were allowed to get up from the table.
There's another story, Joe, because that's where my absolute hate of peas comes from. Because,
really?
Yeah, and I just can't eat peas. In fact, I mean, I know this is a little bit over the top, but if I do get, like, if there's peas in anything and I don't realise, and I eat, as soon as it's in my mouth, it makes me gag.
Oh.
It's just, and it's because when I was little, my mum used to always say, you have to finish your dinner, and all I had left was peas, and she made me put all these peas. My mum sounds awful, and she was lovely, I promise you. But as kids, it's just what they used to do in those days, Joe. And she used to say, if you've got to eat all your peas before you can leave the table. And I remember shoveling all these peas into my mouth, and I just didn't do anything with them apart from leave them in my mouth the whole time. And then I went upstairs and just put them all down the loo. And then my mum come up and realised, she said, those peas are not flushing, they're all in the loo.
They wouldn't flush.
They wouldn't flush.
That's hilarious.
I didn't even bite them, I didn't even munch them up, they were just whole in my mouth. So, yeah, so I'm not a pea lover at all.
Peg says, I took a red bandana and tied it to my baton, like the cartoons, filled it with Twinkies and walked up the hill. I didn't know where to go from there, so turned around and went back home. They never knew that I even left. My brother, when he was younger, when he was about 4 or 5, he would threaten to leave home all the time, Debbie. That was his thing. My mum and dad ever got in an argument with my parents when he was about 5 or 6, he was like, that's it, I'm leaving home. And he would literally start packing things into a bag. It became like a thing. And we obviously used to find it hilarious. And the more hilarious we found it, the more sort of angry he used to get. Yeah, as his five-year-old, he's a wild one, my brother.
And there you go, Joe. So we've been
Gorgeous.
just putting that flower onto that triangle box, but look how beautiful that looks as a gift box. Anything that you give to someone in a box like that, they're going to just absolutely love, aren't they?
Really, really gorgeous. And remember, if you want to be creating them, it's going to be very easy because we have given you an exceptional deal for you here. £35 or $45. It's a half price deal as well. Everyone's going to get a better than half price deal because you're all in the club somewhere. Remember as well, as I said, with regards to Club Inspire, when you're logged in, the price you see is the price you will pay. Sprigs and blossoms are these ones just here, as you can see. Really gorgeous. You've got the rose, there is the dahlia, you also have the peony, and you've got the cosmos there as well. So you're going to get all of those, which is fantastic. £35 or $45. Oh, sorry, wrong details. $29.98 or $41 there is your price. Right. Now, let me do the boxes that we've just had a look at. So, this is what you're going to get. Here's 2 sizes of the boxes, as you can see just here, which is awesome. Now, with the boxes, you are paying less than you should be for just the square box die. These are the 2 sizes. There's a 3rd size that comes in there. You're going to get the triangle as well, and the triangle comes in 2 sizes also. You're also then getting that gorgeous ivory cardstock in there, and you're then getting as well that tape pen too, which is brilliant. Or you've got the rectangle and the hexagon deal for you as well. With that one, you're getting the hexagon in 2 sizes, the rectangle in 2 sizes. You're getting the caramel cardstock, and you're also getting that tape pen as well, which is fabulous. £35 or $45 if you want to get your hands on that one. Right, loads of you chatting away still. Beth says, Debbie, me too. I used to swallow them with water. I hate them to this day as well. I wished for a dog at times so we could feed the piece to the dog. Sonia says, Joe, you proved to me that I could make a card from deciding what to make to finishing the card. I've never made a card that quick ever, so it's good you told us to make one from the double-sided dies. Now I just need pressure from Joe all the time. I'll do my best. Inbox me, Sonia, and I'll try and put the pressure on. Deborah says that box is beautifully decorated. Right, for anyone that wants to know why Pam is called PP Pam, we're about to reveal all. Because we had a craft house show, myself and Pam, and this happened. There she is, look, bless her. Pam made her own PPE using acetate back at the start of lockdown. I was very proud of it. If you've seen Pam on any of our shows, she is an absolute character, our Pam, and we love her greatly. She lives down in Berkshire, although she's from Liverpool, and look at that snow. Is that now? Is that today? That looks absolutely fabulous, doesn't it? It really does. Get out there and do a snow angel. No, don't, Pam. Not on my say-so anyway, but it looks like perfect snow angel weather. It really does. We've got about 20 minutes left on this show, so plenty of time for you to continue to get your questions in, any questions or comments that you've got in over on Facebook or across, of course, on YouTube. And, of course, make sure you join us for Second Chance Sunday. Don't forget, in Second Chance Sunday as well, what we're going to be doing is picking the demo of the week. So, actually, well, should we do demo of the show now, Debbie? From the ones you've made so far, how does that sound?
Oh yeah, sounds good.
Brilliant. Okay, let's have a look at what you've done so far.
Right, so we've got this one here.
What are we going to call that one?
Yeah, it's
We've got lots of flowers, haven't we? Let's do them by colours, shall we? So, should we do brown?
Brown, pink.
Brown, pink, hexagon.
And
Triangle. Brown, pink, hexagon, triangle. You decide. The power is in your hands. So vote now across on Facebook or across on YouTube, and we will pick a winner. Right, what would you like to share next with us, Debbie?
Right, so I think what we're going to do is just have another look at the flower dies and just show how lovely they are to put together. So I'm going to bring in my rose dye. The rose dye is so beautiful. Now this one, where the others only had one dye, the rose dye has 4 dyes, two dyes, but 4 die cuts on each side. So what I'm going to do is bring in my different colour cardstock. So I've got 4 coordinating. So you're on our pads, you'll find probably on the website, our textured cardstock, they do have all these coordinating colours that run through, which is fabulous for these types of dies. And then I've got my 2 different colours to do my leaf with. So we can sandwich our card between our die cuts. So, and then we can do the same with these ones. So I'm going to use my base layer. Actually, I'm going to use my base layer to cut out the top. And then we're going to do the bottom and layer up the opposite way. So our base layer would be the darkest card. Then I'm going to put the next one over the top. I'm just going to bring in my die cutting plates as well. Bring these in. And I'm also then just going to add, if I can find where I put it, there we go, add my metal shim because we're putting a lot onto our plate here. So first of all, our leaf with our die in the centre and that one on the top. Then we've got our other rose, so one of our rows is the base layer and then the next layer. And then we've got, so you'll notice on here you've got a bigger space area on this one and then a thinner one. So we're going to pop that one down and then the thinner one on top. And then we're going to sandwich that between our double-sided cutting mat and our Gemini cutting plate. And run them through the Gemini, so as simple as that. All of these will work through the Gemini Junior. There are separate plates that you can purchase for the Gemini Junior double-sided plates and the Gemini double-sided plates.
Fabulous. Kate says, way to go, PPP Pam. PPE Pam, a true crafter. She says she is indeed, is our Pam. Norma says beautiful box for a wedding favour box. That box is beautifully decorated as well. We've picked a winner very quickly today, but you'll never guess what the winner is, Debbie. I'm surprised. I didn't think it was going to be this card.
Oh, okay. So is it the brown one?
It is the brown one.
Ah.
And it's a lovely card. I just didn't think that they were going to pick it because the colourway.
It's probably because it used all 3.
Maybe, yes.
Yeah, so it's quite a nice way sometimes because it's nice to put things in bundles, but normally you wouldn't think to use them together. And normally, nor would I. I just thought it'd be quite nice to do something different and put them in.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. So
Pink.
that's... which card are we giving away?
Pink was a close second, apparently, so we're going to send that one away and we're going to draw that in a little while. Someone of our social media superstars, Alex, is on the socials today. She will let us know who we're going to give that away to. She'll pick a winner at random before the end of the show.
Cool. There's going to be lots of happy people getting all these lovely creations.
Isn't there?
And there we go.
Postman's going to be busy, isn't he?
It's going to be very busy. And then we've got our leaf die, and you're getting 2 leaves with this, which is great. So you're getting your sort of main, a thicker leaf, and then you're getting your odd leaf there. And then you're getting the overlays for each piece of those. So I'm just using my pokey tool just to release them and take out those inner bits. These are quite nice actually. In the centre, you almost get like these sprigs. So don't throw them away because they'll make nice little, you could do little grass hedges with those. They'd look quite nice if you're doing your grass, you know, where you get a cluster of grass. It is getting late in the day. Little clusters of grass, it would look really nice. So. And then what we can do is pop all these together.
Lorraine saying how much she loves the rose double-sided die. It is absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? I think a lot of these are brilliant because what you could do is you could colour theme them true to how they should be, you know, true to nature, or you can make your own up, go a bit abstract. Think about bringing colours that you wouldn't normally find in flora and fauna. What is the difference between flora and fauna? Flowers and... What's the other one?
Fauna.
This is where Johnny jumps in and helps me out normally, but...
Oh.
I think he's...
He's gone.
I thought... I was worried he started to asphyxiate himself again on his... I was worried he was asphyxiating himself on his headphone cable again then for a minute. Flora is flowers and fauna is like leaves and bushes. I'm guessing anyway.
Foliage and foliage.
Foliage?
I don't know what foliage is. Foliage and florals.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, the foliage would be the fauna. We need to ask Leanne because Leanne's husband, Mr. Chivers, is an horticulturalist and a arboriculturalist, which is not a boring horticulturalist. It's someone that does trees apparently. So we'll ask Leanne to find out for us next time she's in. Pam says I rub a dryer sheet on the dyes to get the paper out of the dyes easier.
Sorry, what's that?
Pam rubs a dryer sheet over her dyes before she uses them to allow the paper to come out easier. I've never heard that, Debbie.
Oh yeah, no, we used to do that all the time.
Is it like to remove static? Is that the thinking behind it?
I don't know what it is, but it's obviously a coating that it helps to put on them. Yeah, we used to do that quite a bit. With dyes have got much better now, Joe. They release a lot easier, so we don't tend to do it so much.
So we've got it completely wrong. Debbie.
Oh, have we?
Yeah, I'm blaming Charlotte. She gave me the information, to be fair. I mean, she said I was boring yesterday, and now she's given me the wrong information today. I mean, flora is all plant life, fauna is all animal life.
Ah, well, there you go. What about that?
Every day's a school day. I never knew that. Should we give that card away as well, Debbie? Because I've got the winner. I've got a winner. We've still got 10 minutes on the show, but I've got the winner already.
Oh, okay.
Alex
so there's our flower that we've put together, and I was just going to have some sprigs. So we've done those sticky buds, what I keep calling sticky buds. Has anyone said about if they know the sticky buds that I've been talking about today? When we cleavers, did anyone said they knew that what I was talking about?
They've got another name, but Johnny couldn't say it, so we didn't go with it.
Yeah. So, but there we go. That's how easy it is from start to finish to put our rows together.
There is something lovely about single rows, just as a stem. I love bunches of flowers and collections of flowers, but it's lovely just to have single flowers, isn't it? Just around about the place. And do the same with your crafting. Group them together in 3s or 5s, but actually use them on their own as well. They look really, really gorgeous. The card winner, the pink one, Debbie, is going to Norma Rods, whose comment said, I received my Gemini Pro yesterday. It is very huge and I'm in love. So congratulations. I'm going to send that card out to you. Just have a little look at that card that we're sending off to Norma.
This beautiful one. Yeah, lovely. And that was to who, Joe?
Sorry, Norma Rods has got to receive that one.
We will sign that for you, Norma. Yeah.
Awesome. Evelyn says, I like to make the rose in a bright red and then the top layer in white matches some of the roses in my yard. Roses, very difficult to grow, I'm thinking, are they? But they are absolutely gorgeous, aren't they? If you walk past a house in the summer that's got a rose bush, just beautiful. Katie says, I get so much for watching the demos. Truly takes the scary out of cracking open my goodies and having a play. So thank you. You're more than welcome, Katie. Yolanda says, I always learn something new that is unrelated to crafting here on Crafters TV. We are a source of just, you know, general useless information. When I say we, I mean me, to be honest, is what I am saying. So, what I'm going to just recap the flowers, as you can see. So, in there, you're going to get the sprigs and blooms, which is blossoms, sorry, which are these ones here. These are awesome also for your flower forming foam. If you need to create like little clusters of foliage for that, they work really well there too. The next one we've got here is the rose, as you can see. This is your dahlia, and then you've also got peony, and you've got the cosmos there as well. Very, very busy on those. An awesome saving for you. As you can see, you are saving an absolute fortune. Well, you're saving twice what you're spending there, which is absolutely incredible. We're going to have a look next at the hearts and butterflies. We haven't really seen these much, but they are proving busy, of course, on the website. These are awesome. Hearts and butterflies. I mean, they are two very, very usable themes, which is awesome. I mean, you're never going to have too many of these. So that's what you've got just there. So they are your butterflies, and then you've also got the dancing butterflies as well, which is there in the edgeable for you. And then you've got the big heart as well, which I just think is fantastic. It really is a lovely collection. That big topper die, you'll find loads of different uses for that. It makes a lovely tag, that as well, if I may say so. So you've got all of that in there for you, which is awesome. If you want to grab that, £34 or $41 if you want to get your hands on that little trio of loveliness. Deborah, you've got some beautiful finished products, finished samples over there. Would be a great one for Valentine's, this collection, I'm thinking.
There's so much you can do with it, and although I made a card that was made with the other collection, the fall collection, just using these independently on their own are going to last you all through the year for any occasion. So the heart one, obviously, yes, Valentine's Day, the main one that's coming up, such good value and such a pretty die. This is matte and layering at its best with a double-sided die. So creating something like this card or creating something like this, I mean, I just adore this one. It's soft, it's got that real dreamy focus about it. This is just handwritten on here and just done in really gorgeous light muted colours, which looks incredible. And then taking it to, yeah, look, it's so pretty, isn't it, Joe?
Really
absolutely gorgeous. And then doing a totally different one where this one is quite dramatic and it's got different things going around in the background, but that heart in the centre is being used quite a few times around that just to create something different. But that butterfly, I have to say, that is so stunning, this butterfly one. Creating it over the top of a card. The actual gold that you can see on there is the matte and layering of what this die does. So it cuts out your creator card, so you can see here it's been put into an aperture card, and then the actual butterfly overlay over the top. And this one is stunning. So having a Z fold card, so one of yours, Joe's, and Sarah's favourite, having it across the top of the card and having it along that Z fold is just incredible. And then another die with the butterflies. How incredibly awesome is this die? It's beautiful, and what's lovely is see all these tiny little butterflies here. You've got all those as like your shaker cards, extra embellishments for your cards. Sometimes it's just nice to create something that you could even, I mean, no one would thank me for it, but you could even just put them into the envelope in the card. So when you open the card, all the little butterflies fall out like confetti. So another one there shown in a completely different colour. This one is gorgeous, so doing different colour backgrounds in them and then matte and layering the white and the black and then adding the little butterflies in orange. So I think the same person might have made this card, took all the little butterflies out and paper pieced them back into this one, which looks incredible. And then one more I've got here of just of that gorgeous heart design. I mean, how fabulous is that card? So that's a good concept card, that one. like little zigzag in the middle, having that between your acetate. They're just fabulous. Every single die on the show today, Joe, I've just so enjoyed using. They're amazing.
They really have been awesome. And great deals as well. Sonia's saying so many gorgeous double-sided dies in the show. Jackie says, oh my God, that card is so beautiful. I'm off to get the heart die right this moment. Let's take a moment to recap everything you've seen so far in this show. It's been a very busy and very informative masterclass. If you want to go for the floral double-sided die collection with 4 elements, you can. This one here is £31 or $41 is your price there on that one. Next up, we've got this. It's the Gemini Butterflies and Hearts double-sided die collection with 4 elements. A great saving again here for you. Great saving on everything in this show, I'll add. £34 or $41 is your price for that. You've also then got this. This is your Gemini double-sided rectangle collection. So you're going to get the rectangle and you're going to get the hexagon in here as well, which is fantastic. £35 or $45. You also have the square. Now the square, you're not even paying for the square double-sided box die there. This should be £40 or $50. So great saving considering you've got the rectangle, so you've got the triangle in there as well. You've got the tape runner and you've also got the ivory in there too. That brilliant flower collection of those awesome toppers, $29.98 or £41, saving you $59.97 in the UK, $78.75 in the US. Everyone's going to save a bit more because you're all in the club somewhere as well. The savings are quite remarkable there. We also had those double-sided window dies on the show for you as well. Every one of you pretty much going for that big collection there with those. They are available as 2 separate collections if you want to grab them, but the value is really awesome in the big collection. It's just short of being a half price deal there on that larger collection. Now loads coming up in the later show. I was just having a little look actually of what is coming up in our Second Chance Sunday show. So we're going to have pop-out number dies for you in the show. Excited about those. We've got fancy aperture dioramas in there. Woodland Friends, a brilliant deal. It's a very busy for that. We don't have many left of that collection at the moment. We've got silhouette animals on there. There's word edgeables. Got some Totally Tiffany. Got some Spectrum Noir products as well. That Midas ink pad collection is on the show as well as lots of lovely cardstock for you as well. So make sure you join myself and Debbie. We'll also be voting as well for the demo of the week, don't forget, as well. Someone will be getting that illustrious star on the leaderboard on the other side of the studio over there as well. Thank you, Debbie. It's been an absolute pleasure to be here with you. We've got an hour now to get ourselves all sorted for that Second Chance Sunday show.
Yeah, we certainly have. A little bit of lunch, Joe, and then we'll be back. And I can't wait. Honestly, we've had an awesome day today, haven't we? It's been amazing.
Really.
So, yeah, so I will see you at 4 o'clock.
Really good day. Send in your baby pictures and we'll share them. You can send them to studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. I'm going to try and dig some out. I've got one in particular that I'm thinking of. I might text my mum and see if she can send me a few more as well. Don't forget to check out your baskets. You've got an hour now to get yourself sorted and ready for our Second Chance Sunday show. So we're going to get ourselves organised. Big thanks to Debbie, big thanks to you guys, and we'll see you back here in an hour's time. Take care.